At what point in time are you gonna relax? At what point in time do you just get to chill out, enjoy your life, and not have to worry about working, not have to worry about finances, keeping this intact, this aligned, all of that? At what point in your life will that be? Some of us may have an idea when it will be, some of us may have an exact time, some of us may think we'll have to work until we retire. I just start to think about the way things are, and specifically the rat race, working, and the type of world we live in. I don't really talk too much about this, but I think it's a necessary thing to talk about, and it's prevalent and very relevant in all of our lives. So we could take plenty avenues with this, but I'll touch on a little bit of everything and then bring it all together. So first of all, first thing that's popping into my mind is we obviously know the wealth system is bullshit. Excuse my language, but just think like 1% of people own like 90% of all the wealth and assets in the world. And just like, bro, I just think like if an alien species were to come and look at the way we're living and how we're treating each other and how we prioritize profit over human life, I'd probably look at humans like, what? We're not interacting with them. They don't even know how to get along with each other. How are they going to be able to get along with a alien species? You know what I'm saying? So just to start off with that, and a lot of people are unaware of this, but I've taken the time to really educate myself on what money is. Most people have no idea what money is. You just think, yeah, you probably also think currency and money are the same thing. They're two different things. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the difference, but I do know there are 7 properties of money. One of the main big properties of money is scarcity. And the problem in today's world is we all often know, or we all heard of inflation. We know about inflation, but most people don't really know the problem and the how bad inflation is and how it shapes and is destroying a lot of our lives. So let me just break it down. So the US currency and pretty much every currency around the world are called fiat currencies. And fiat is currencies that are not necessarily backed by anything. As you know, in 1972, I believe, the US stopped backing the US dollar by gold. So basically, it has no real value. It's just continuously being printed. And just think, if they're printing $500 million every single day, say you have $1,000, what you can buy with that $1,000 is even less, even though it's still $1,000. That's because that there's more dollars in the system, the less value your dollar, each dollar you have, has. So it's gonna cost more dollars to buy the same thing. So the same thing that was worth $1,000 eventually will be $2,000, but it's the same quality of product. It just costs more because there's more money. Therefore, the more money there is, the less valuable it is. So with that, it's like, what the hell's going on? Because now you realize your time and energy, which you go and work 40 hours plus a week for, is being devalued when they can just go print this money out of thin air, and they don't care. And then the more and more money into the system, the less valuable it becomes. And I feel like there will be a point where there's so much US dollars that barely any of it matters. So there is a solution in another avenue that I've discovered that has very much enlightened me. And as I've done more and more research, I just become more confident in putting my money in. I invest my money on a weekly basis into this asset. And a lot of people are probably gonna be like, oh, what are you talking about? That's a scam. But Bitcoin. Now let me explain to you the difference between Bitcoin and the dollar. See, a lot of people will tell you to invest in the stock market, invest in real estate, invest in all of those things, but they're priced within fiat. They're priced within the US dollar. So as you see, the housing market continuously gets more expensive, but the houses ain't necessarily getting that much better. But since there's more and more money, the houses cost more and everything goes up in value, but you are making more money, so it's gonna take you more dollars and longer to get that house or whatever it is. So it's literally the rat race. You're caught up in the loop, and every time you get close to getting it, it's like, no, you're gonna get caught and can stay in this loop, and that's how it's designed. Most people are not meant to get out the rat race. But if you're watching this video right now and you made it this far, you're meant to get out, right? So as we continue to talk about this, Bitcoin. So the thing with Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever. There only will ever be that many. So they can't just go print a Bitcoin out of thin air. The process of a Bitcoin being mined, was what they call it, is there's a bunch of different super powerful computers in a room, and they're processing these transactions on a thing called the blockchain, and you can see all of these transactions. Anybody can go and see them, but in order for them to process and take this energy and this power, that creates the Bitcoin. So it's like mining, but not, don't think of like mining in the ground. It's digital mining in a way. And if you want to look up more about it, definitely go ahead. I gave a brief explanation. But yeah, so there's only 21 million. Every time people buy, even not even, you don't have to have a whole Bitcoin to have Bitcoin. Even if you buy 0.0000 point or 0.0038, my bad, it's a random number. You just buy that, then the value of Bitcoin continues to go up. Each Bitcoin goes up. So as we know, it's about 15,000 right now per coin. So the more people invest and start to realize how BS the fiat system is, they want to put their money in something that can grow, something that can grow as you can save your time, because that's what it's all about. Money is fleeting. It can be printed out of thin air. It's not as valuable as you think, but your true value in this life is your time, because it's finite. We don't know how long we'll be here, so why spend majority of our lives trying to get this resource that they can just make instantaneously, and you're spending your quality time of life on it. Now you really see how big of a problem this is. This isn't just, the money is just being printed. No, like, this is literally decrediting your time and energy, your life. So it's something that to be aware of, something to study. And my homie, he's very into Bitcoin, and he educated me and gave me a lot of good resources. And he said, why do most people spend, I don't remember his exact numbers, but I think he said like thousands of hours working, but you won't spend 100 hours studying how to keep your money and find a right investment vehicle. Most people will waste their time and then invest in things that other people just tell them, just because they don't feel like doing the research, or get a 401k or all of this. Like, people talk about 401ks and Roth IRAs, and I'm just like bro, it's still fiat. Like, they're still gonna keep printing money. The money will keep getting inflated. So it's like, if you're holding your money in these things, are you really even, is your money even really growing? Or are you just breaking even, or not even that? So holding your money in dollars is, you're losing money, because they keep printing more, and that money just sitting there, it's not growing in value, it's going less, and what you're able to buy with that money sitting there is even less over time. But it should be more, because that's what investing is having something to grow, or making your money make money. But if there's more money, how can your money make money? So that's the problem. Even if you start to realize, okay, there's ways to get out of the rat race, and I'll probably make a part 2 of this video, because I want to talk about my personal experience and how I'm getting out of the rat race. But yeah, man, it's just, the whole system is effed. It was built terribly. It was built, the foundation of it was built not for the people, just for a certain small percentage of people to have everything. And then it's stupid, because they have everything and they don't even need that stuff. They hoard all of this money. They have all these billions of dollars cooped up, and there's people starving, people that it's really like aggravating to see the way we treat each other, and how this is just how it is. But don't get too wrapped up in those things. You can focus on what you can control, educating yourself, educating others, and putting your family on, and just you don't have to invest in Bitcoin, but what I will tell you is research it. And I'll put some videos, a playlist in the description that enlighten me upon the power of it, and just having an investment vehicle that I know will continue to grow, or that at least will grow at a smaller, let's say, okay, so I'll put it like this. Bitcoin has grown 30% in the past like 3 or 4 years. Every year, 30%. So even if it makes 5% a year, you're losing that same 5% by having your money in US dollars and fiat currency. So it's just something to think about. And once you realize your time and energy is the true value of this life, you will want to use it in a way that you enjoy, that you feel is reciprocating that and giving that same benefit back to you, instead of investing your time and money in a job where they can just continuously print this money with no effort as you go and spend your life and your precious time that you could be spending with your loved ones on this dumb job. I mean, we all work a job, that's the way it is, but I'm not working forever. I have my plan to get in and get out, man. I'm so much more, and my time and energy is so much more than this little fiat currency they keep printing every day. And then even, I was in with this, there's so many people in my community, especially like rappers, they glorify having all of this cash and all of this money. But I just look at it like, this is just so dumb, because it's like, first of all, that cash has no value, bro. Like, the only thing it has is the looks. It may look like it's good, but that fiat, that cash is sitting there, has no value and isn't doing nothing but depreciating. So it's just like, find the right vehicle, study investments, study Bitcoin, study different things, and start to educate yourself, because it's where your time and energy goes. Why not be aware of it? You understand me? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. A little bit different video today, but it's relevant in everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Time and energy is everything on this earth. So appreciate y'all for watching. Just dropped a song called R&B Ski Conversations, another new song I made a couple weeks ago, out now, and project coming this month, man. I don't know the exact date, but collaboration project with my dog Steve, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. We out. Unlimited.